I think I'm gonna cancel Hulu right now. Drive-by movies, you're watching
Fresh releases.
My name's Blaise.
And I'm James.
And this week, we're talking Huluween's newest feature, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
You think if you try hard enough, you can stop bad things from happening. But you can't.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle is not a new movie. There is a new 2025 release, but unbeknownst to me, I'm not sure about you, Blaise, this is a remake of a 90s film, and it's about an upscale suburban mom that brings a new nanny, Polly Murphy, into her home, only to discover she's not the person she claims to be. So that's a fun premise. The trailer looked fun. I think I was watching something on like Disney Plus or something, or it might have just been watching the good old sports ball game of America's baseball pastime, whatever, of Dodgers and Blue Jays, and I saw an ad for this. I was like, not a whole lot of new streaming movies, let's check this out and review for the channel. And little did I know that it was a remake of a popular 90s movie, from what I'm understanding, but just a movie I had just never heard of. But Blaise, what are your thoughts on this new one, and were you familiar that it was also a remake?
I was familiar with the title. I remember they've already remade this a couple, maybe I thought they remade this before, but I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm thinking of When the Bow Breaks. Like, I think that was like, I think I got these two movies confused. But yeah, like, I knew that this was a remake going in. I had no knowledge of the original movie. I know it's also a Hollywood Pictures movie. So that, I think isn't that Disney's old, like, mainstream or kind of maybe a little bit saucier label to release stuff that they don't want to put like the Disney or Buena Vista Pictures,
which is funny because they also had Touchstone too. There was like also Buena Vista Group or something, but then Hollywood Pictures was their other like rated R art house studio, I think.
Yeah, so this was a movie that I think just finally put the nail in the coffin for me for Huluween. I think I'm done with Huluween, because I don't know if I think this still qualifies for Huluween, and I know they used to make like 10 or 12 features back in the day that reached like $1 million a piece. It feels like they just merged all those budgets to create one decent movie this year. And is it decent? I don't know. James, what'd you think of the film?
I was thoroughly entertained, but it's not a good movie. So at the time of us recording this, we're going to do back-to-back. We're recording this week's episode and next week's episode. And both movies I kind of feel similar about, in terms of just like, there's a lot I like, but a lot I dislike. But this one, at least I had like kind of fun with how stupid this movie is. Like, because it's pretty predictable, and just like everyone makes decisions where I'm just like, why is that the outcome? Or like, what did you think was going to happen with that kind of reaction and stuff? And so I was just kind of cracking up, and like, I was enjoying the campiness of this movie. It's ridiculous, and I can see it working well for a 90s movie. Like, I could see it being like a very like intense thriller, but for a modern movie in this day and age where like, the internet exists, I'm just like, how do we not know to do like background research earlier on? Like, we do get that moment, but just like I felt like just a lot of stuff took too long to get there. But it's a fun, stupid movie that I don't necessarily recommend, but I just had fun kind of watching that.
I think that's where I wanted it to be even stupider, though.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it was still playing it a little safe. It does kind of go balls to the wall at the end, and I appreciate it, but I was like, it's too late. Like, you already lost me almost as like an audience member. I wish it went crazier faster. Like, some of the moments that are crazy, I feel like could have gone like up a notch, instead of just like make the kill like wild, instead of like, all right, she's just taking like a bat to like Martin Starr. Like, I feel like make it crazy, like, dude, like a freaking wine glass full of wine, or I don't know, just something like, just make the actual kills, like, when you're gonna go crazy, don't be reserved, just go for it with some wild kind of way, because you kind of don't expect them. They're a little sudden, but I feel like it could have just been more B-movie, more crazy. Like, I know that's the movie that they're making, but I feel like just buckle up and show us something we haven't seen before instead of just doing the same derivative thing over and over again. But that's just kind of the vibe that I was getting. I'm like, I like that it is crazy and it is stupid and like it's kind of going for it, but I feel like they could have put in like 112% instead of just the 98.
100% agree with you, because I didn't think about that at the time while watching it, but just like while watching I was just like, I feel like this director knows that they have a bad script and a bad story, but they're trying their absolute best to salvage it and make it as good as possible. And you know, the movie, like, it doesn't feel bad. Like, the acting like isn't the greatest, like from Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Maika Monroe, like both actresses that I love a lot and have seen plenty of their movies. They're not bad in this movie. It's just a lot of the dialogue that they have and just a lot of the scenarios they're put in just don't work too well. And I guess that, like, I think at the end of the day, everyone's just trying to give it their all and their best, knowing that it's a crappy movie. But you're right. I never thought about it. They should have just approached it just like, just go all out, just go full Nick Cage, Wicker Man style into it and stuff. And that actually would have helped too with it leaning more into the horror, because this was, I feel like this was advertised as a Halloween spook thriller, but it's really not. It just feels like one of those like fun 90s thrillers that like had a great twist that you've been like, and would have talked about with your coworkers with. But because it's been done before, yeah, they should have gone in that route with just like kind of making it a lot more ridiculous and campy, and that definitely I think would have made it work better in its favor and probably would have saved a lot of like bad reviews, because from what I see, like, it did not get great reviews, and going in I was just like, can't be bad. Maika Monroe usually does good movies, but whoa.
Yeah, the issue for me, and I think for a lot of people, was just the fact that it is, you know, they tried to advertise it kind of as a horror film, or like at least for this month, you know, being October. Now it's November, but I mean last month, October. But yeah, like, it feels like they went, you know, approach it from a horror perspective marketing wise, but it's definitely more of a thriller. There is some horrific gore in it, but those moments are few and far between, and the rest of the movie is pretty much really boring. I feel like, to get from point A to point B, like, you know where it's going, it just takes forever to get there, and it feels like it's doing it in the most boring way possible. So I think that that's where it really was lacking for me, is it's just like, we should have thrown more paint at the wall instead of just artistically thrown a couple little things here and there and try and act like that's super horrific, or, you know, it feels like a safe remake of, I haven't seen the original movie, but this isn't better than the original. I'm just going to take a wild guess.
Right, yeah, and if anything, like, I will credit this movie for making me interested to check out the original too, because I assume with like the ending of the movie, and of course we can't have like Martin start doing all this like research and stuff to help out in the original movie, but I'm sure there is that kind of like sequence in the original. But yeah, I'm curious to see what that movie did and what made it warrant a remake like this and see the differences. So I give this movie credit for that at the very least, but just, yeah, missed opportunity all around. Kind of weird that Hulu like really promoted this. This should have just been a movie, I feel like, that they acquired and not try to push onto people, just because it's not doing them any favors of getting subscribers. It's not doing them favors by like, oh, it's getting great reviews, so a lot of people need to check it out. It's just a movie that just got uploaded during Huluween that just didn't work in their favor, I feel like.
Yeah, I would say, like, if you have Hulu, just cancel it, honestly. Just cancel it. There's
Which
no
I just
reason
did recently too, actually. Yeah, I had to ask for my sister's account to watch this movie.
I got Hulu last year for $1 a month, like on Black Friday, with ads. I think I've only watched like 2 movies this whole year with it, and I've been waiting for it to just lapse, because I'm like, dude, I'm just wasting $1. Like, I'm actually wasting $1 a month. I'm not getting the value out of $1. Like, honestly, I probably rented this movie for $6 if I think about it. But yeah, I would say, like, I'm just hoping that I don't get charged next month for like a full year of Hulu with ads, like $180 or however much it probably is, because I feel like that's when they give you those Black Friday deals that they want you to just forget, so you get hit with like $180 charge, and you're like, dude, what? And it's already been a month. You can't even contest the charge.
Right, and you just like imagine just let it finish out another year.
But yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen to me, because this one was just god awful, and I think I'm gonna cancel Hulu right now after we get off this.
Yeah, well, apparently it's gonna get acquired by Disney Plus too, and just like apparently we're gonna lose HBO, and that's gonna get acquired by Paramount Plus. So I guess we're going back to just a couple streaming services at the very least. But yeah, not worth paying, I'd say, to rent or Hulu. But you know, if you want to help support this show or let us know what your thoughts on the movie are, leave a comment down below, because that's a great way to help support the show, keeping the conversation going. But also curious, should we check out the original? Let us know down below.
And if you guys haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and click that notification bell to get all of our latest updates.
And speaking of updates, catch all our social media links down below. We got Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, also our own personal letterbox accounts. That's it for this week. Tune in next week for a brand new video.